Hello, wonderful folks. I'm Anne, your joyful life explorer. Today, we're going to be diving into the magical world of Disney cruises. So, if this is your first voyage or you just want pro tips, then you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to share 10 tips for making the most of your Disney cruise from down under. Let's make your Disney cruise a smoother sailing experience. Tip number 1, book everything early. Book everything early, and that starts with booking your cruise early. There are many benefits, 3 main benefits I can share with you. The first one is you get first dibs on the stateroom type and location. The second benefit is you get to save money. Of course, Disney cruise is expensive, let's face it, but the earlier that you book, then the less amount of money that you gotta pay for that cruise. The sweet spot is around 18 months when the cruise booking opens. That's when you pay the least amount of money for that cruise. The third benefit of booking early is that you get to choose your dinner time. There are 2 dinner times. One is called the main dining time, and that's usually at 5:45, and the later dining time is at 8 p.m. or roundabout. It just depends on where you sail, but usually at 5:45 and 8 p.m. So if you go for the 5:45 one, you go to dinner early and you watch the theater show after. If you go for the 8 p.m. or the later dining time, you watch the theater show first, and then you have dinner at 8 p.m. The main dining time gets booked out quite fast because you're in a Disney cruise and there's a lot of families on Disney cruise, and of course with kids you want to have an early dining time. Do your online check-in as soon as it becomes available. This way you can choose an earlier port arrival time and you can maximize your time on the cruise. You've already paid for it, right? Might as well on embarkation day, you get to the cruise ship, you go to the pool when there's less crowd, and then you get to have brunch or lunch on the day of your embarkation. Isn't that nice? Book the activities as soon as the booking window opens because there are a lot of activities and they're quite popular and they get booked out quite fast. But do not worry if you miss out on booking these on the navigational app. You can go to the guest service upon boarding and they may be able to help you out. Or you can actually just call them in the privacy and comfort of your stateroom. Tip number 2, be early and not on time. Well, if your theater shows is at 8 p.m., go there 15 to 20 minutes early to get prime seats. This goes for theater shows and fireworks and the coveted character meet and greet. And another bonus tip, while you're waiting in line for these activities, mingle with your fellow Disney cruise enthusiasts. You never know, you might make a friend or two and pick up some insider tips along the way. Tip number 3. Join a Facebook group that is dedicated for your sailing. Now, this is not organized by the Disney cruise liner. This is, normally a person who just loves to share things Disney and who's just eager to spread the magic and joy of the Disney cruise. So one or two people would normally organize a Facebook group. Join them. These are your fellow cruise passengers and you'll learn tips and tricks and get information for your particular sailing period. Tip number 4, explore your ship. Take a ship tour if available. If not, then do the exploration yourself. Check out every day. Hit the open houses. Normally these open houses are on the embarkation day and on the second day. After that, those areas that are just for the youth, they're off limits for us adults, unfortunately. So check them out. Just explore every deck. Trust me, you'll discover a few hidden treasures along the way. Tip number 5, pack a day bag. Now, this handy day bag will be your savior for your essential things on embarkation day. Because sometimes, your check-in luggage may take the scenic route to your stateroom. So in the meantime, you have your handy bag with your essentials and you can just enjoy the ship and not wait for your check-in luggage to arrive. Plus, this handy day bag doubles as your disembarkation day bag, where you put all your essentials for the night before the day of disembarkation, because you will be bidding farewell to your check-in luggage the night before you disembark so that they can get collected by the porters and take them to the terminal and have them ready for you to collect when you disembark the ship. Now, you can also use this day bag for excursions in case your cruise offers excursions. Having a day bag is just smart packing and triple the convenience. Tip number 6. Whether you're a casual cruiser or would like to dress up a bit more like me, there is room for everyone. And yes, adults can totally rock up prince and princess costumes. I did. Pack a mix of day and night outfits. And ladies, pack flat shoes. They will be your best friend. You don't need to buy new clothes. Be creative. And ladies, I know there's 1 or 2 dresses that's just sitting in your closet that's just waiting to be worn, screaming. Well, here's your chance. Pack them and wear them on the cruise. Make sure you pack warm clothes to wear for the deck shows and the fireworks, and also a light jacket for the evening shows in the theaters. It can get quite chilly. Now, I will be making a video for what I wore for 3 nights and 4 days on our cruise in New Zealand. Check that out. Now, I have an extra bonus for you viewers. I have made the ultimate Disney cruise packing list. You can download that using the link below. By the way, if you find these handy tips helpful, please like and subscribe. Tip number 7. The cruise ship is food heaven. Apart from the food that they offer at the adult-only dining restaurant and specialty drinks and alcohol drinks, eat to your heart's content. It's all inclusive. You've already paid for it. Might as well. Diet can wait when you get back. Don't shy away from ordering multiple courses, and that goes for ordering for your children's meals too. I'm a toddler mom, and sometimes I order food that I think my toddler would like, and the food arrives and it just ends up being on the floor, or he just stares at it. So you can order as many courses you like for yourself and for your child. Usually for evening, I would choose 2 appetizers, 1 main, and 2 desserts. That's just for myself. And when I'm feeling a bit more peckish afterwards, I'd order more. I also recommend going to the designated sit-down restaurant for breakfast and for lunch. I mean, sure, there's the buffet restaurant, the cabanas, but I find if you go to the non-buffet designated sit-down restaurant, you'll find more relaxed atmosphere. The service is definitely better because they're bringing food to you instead of you going to the buffet table and getting the food yourself. So that's another pro tip. Tip number 8, bring a refillable water bottle. Sure, you can go to the drink station. They have paper cups and lids and stirrers, but it's just more convenient if you have a water bottle. I find that at nighttime, especially at nighttime, because I wake up a lot of times, the last thing you want to do in the middle of the night when you get up and you're feeling thirsty is to go to the drink station and back to your room. You know, it's just nice to have a convenience of having a drink bottle and drink it when you're thirsty, then and there. Tip number 9, you just cannot do it all. Let's face it, on the cruise, there's myriad of activities going on simultaneously, one after the other. It's just hard to just do them all. You know, in fact, it's actually impossible to do them all. Embrace the cruise flow. Prioritize your activities and savor the magic. And be present when you're doing these activities, especially with your young ones. Don't let the fear of missing out overshadow the joy of the cruise. Now, I have a confession here. I'm a chronic over-planner. So the idea when I was getting into the gear of cruise planning, the idea that I cannot do everything just made me a tad bit overwhelmed. So what did I do? To dodge all that stress, accepted the fact earlier on that I just cannot do everything. Try it. You'll definitely feel much lighter. Here's my secret sauce. I prioritize the theater shows and the deck shows and fireworks. These are my top tier activities.
The character meet and greets kind of took a backseat. I was a bit more selective who I want to meet and have photo shoots with. And also, I was traveling with my toddler, and he's quite young. I must say that he was afraid of some of the characters with their big heads. It's just unnatural to young kids to see, big headed characters. But he was okay with princesses, and that's okay. So it's not about doing everything, it's about doing what makes your cruise uniquely magical for yourself. And that, my friends, brings me to my last tip. Tip number 10. Bring on the energy and good vibes. Make sure you rest up before the cruise, because when you get onto the cruise, it's go, go, go. And of course, you just want to have the energy to be able to do all these activities that you have been excited and planned about. Bring on only good vibes. Another secret, you can skip Wi-Fi, unplug. Your messages, your emails, social media stuff can wait until you get back on land. If you find these tips helpful and you'd like to learn more about my joyful life explorations, then like and subscribe. And also, if you want to comment and ask questions, please do so down below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, this is Anne, your joyful life explorer, wishing you happy cruising.